You're listening to Produce Isle Radio. Welcome to Album Battle.
Welcome back to the Produce Aisle. I'm Jay, and that is Christian.
Don't say my name for him.
Shut the fuck up.
I won't say it again. Anyways.
So, what was that, bud?
Start the episode, brother.
Shut up. Okay, so today we are doing an album battle. I don't know why I said it like that.
Album battle.
I don't know why I said it like
Where's
that.
the horn?
Oh!
Album battle.
Woo!
All right. So last time you fucked this up, so I'm gonna start this. All right. So what we're doing today is an album battle. We are going to be reviewing 2 albums. We've talked about this at the ending of like the past 2 podcasts, but yeah. So the albums that we are reviewing and discussing are Black Sabbath's 1970 Paranoid album, and then Hozier's Unearth album that came out in 2023. I think it was August.
Yes.
And so I gave Jay the Black Sabbath album, and Jay gave me the Hozier Unearth album. People that we've heard of, maybe listened to a couple songs of, but neither of us have really listened that much to the respective band.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna go over this. So how this is gonna work is I'm going to guess the 3 songs that were Jay's top favorite, and Jay will guess my top 3 favorite. And did you want to start first, Jay? Tell me your top 3 from the Black Sabbath album.
You want me to tell you my top 3, or do you want me to guess what your top 3 is first?
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll guess. So my guess for the Black Sabbath album, I guess that you liked War Pigs, Paranoid, and Electric Funeral.
Okay. And for me, let me pull it back up. I guessed that you liked War Pigs.
Okay.
Iron Man.
Okay.
And Jack the Stripper / Fairies Wear Boots. Those were my guesses. So,
okay.
I guess I'll tell you if you got my favorite, because I, love Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
So you got War Pigs right.
Sick.
And what was the second one you picked?
Paranoid.
Yeah. You got Paranoid right. And
And
my third one was actually Iron Man. You got it.
Ooh, really?
You did get it wrong, but Electric Funeral is like, okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Electric Funeral is a really good song. That's like probably like my 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good song. I really like all the songs. The only one I really don't like here is Planet Caravan. That's the only one I really didn't like.
That was the one I don't like either.
Yeah, and there's
and
there's 8 songs. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about our least favorite. We didn't put that in, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. But tell me your top 3. Let me see if I guessed any of them right.
Okay, so my top 3 was War Pigs. So you got that one right.
Okay.
But then that's the only one you got right.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way there, bud.
Bud. My top 3. Okay, so War Pigs, obviously, because who doesn't love War Pigs? And then Paranoid.
Okay.
And Rat Salad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's not what I expected. But yeah, I mean, the actual Black Sabbath album, I think this is their second album. I mean, it's popular for a reason. Like those 3 songs,
Yeah.
Paranoid, War Pigs, and Iron Man. Those songs are popular for a reason, so I don't blame you. Yeah. And actually, Rat Salad is also one of my favorites because I love the fucking drummer, Bill Ward. He's probably besides like Ozzy's, vocals, I really think that their drumming is really good. Obviously they have good guitar solos.
Yeah, but the drums are definitely like
they're top notch,
good.
Really fast. I really love. They definitely set the tone for the metal drumming. later on. They
Mhm.
definitely really set the floor. Obviously, rock hadn't really gotten to the metal point yet, has really started to
Right.
transition yet. But Black Sabbath is like, you know, at least from a popularity perspective, they're like the mark. Like right then and
Yeah.
on, that's where you get those darker themes in music. They're definitely on the
Mhm.
darker side for the psychedelic rock.
Yeah,
And
well, that's like my thing is like so when I listen to it, like it's definitely not something I'd listen to like
uh-huh.
frequently on my own just cuz I'm not a huge
Yep.
fan one of like psychedelic rock.
Uh-huh.
Like I love like obviously I'm more of a death metal like heavier kind of guy. But yeah, no, I think those songs are so good and I definitely agree with you. Like Black Sabbath like definitely laid the groundwork for like the kind of music you and I listen to a lot,
Yeah,
which
they're
is
very
like heavier
influential.
metal,
Yeah.
darker theming, like all that. Like they're very influential. Like it's Ozzy, you know?
Yeah,
Like
but aren't you more of like a folk person, or like do you like metal a lot? Like I know you
I
like a lot of rock and metal though.
I primarily listen to rock and metal. Like that's just
Okay.
like my primary like thing. I do love like folk. I grew up listening to country.
Yeah.
So like I do love that stuff too, but something about metal for me, like rock, metal, it's just
Yeah.
like a
All the
huge like
subgenres.
thing for
Yes, we
me.
know there's
It's
fucking
it's yeah,
30,000.
so many. Like death
Yeah.
metal is a big one, just any type of metal. I don't really like black metal though. I'm gonna be so real. I like gothic.
That's
I like
actually
gothic
interesting
stuff.
because this, like a Black Sabbath as a whole, they definitely specifically laid the groundwork for black metal, because black metal
Yeah,
has more of the darker satanic church themes, and
yeah,
so in Black Sabbath really had a lot of that, and
and
just like life stuff.
I think that's another reason why I'm not like a huge fan of Black Sabbath
Yeah.
is because I don't really like black metal.
Exactly, and I
You
actually
know?
do. So
Oh,
that's
really?
yeah, I
Word?
actually do. But
Do
also,
you know
mhm,
Burzum?
who
Burzum?
I do not.
Oh, word.
That probably outs me as like not a real black metal fan or something.
Word. Got it. Heard. Okay. I'm gonna have to
Like
tell Nolan about that.
I honestly don't know, but yeah, I do like black metal, but yeah, um, they're definitely more in that vein. But yeah, so I guessed 1 for 3. You guessed 2 for 3. That's a
Hell
pretty
yeah.
rough
I was
track
close
record.
with Electric Funeral though.
Yeah, you were really close, and Rat Salad was also pretty close to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you like Iron Man, or
Yeah, of course. Of course I like Iron
the other
Man.
song I chose for you, the
Yes, actually
Boots, Fairy
I
for
was gonna
Boots?
say that. Those two were like really close. Like it was between those two and Rat Salad.
Iron
But
Man
I
is just a really good song. Like the full like I had never listened, like before I started to really get into Black Sabbath, like and a couple years ago, I'd never listened to the full song
yeah.
of Iron Man, and it's so good. It's like I'd never, for some reason, never listened to the full version, but yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, like it's really good. The big thing for me though is I think Black Sabbath has a lot of like nostalgia points. At least when it comes to me because like my dad really likes Black Sabbath and
Yeah,
like I grew up listening to Black Sabbath. And that's the thing too when you gave me this album, I was like, okay, well I know Black Sabbath a little bit. And then like I listened like Paranoid. I was like, I don't know that song, I don't think. And then I listened to it and I was like, oh shit, I do know
yeah,
that
I
song.
was
Like
about to say,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know the
yeah.
title of it. That's the thing. Like
It's
with
a
older
it's a popular
music, I
song.
don't know
Yeah,
the title of the songs a lot of the time, but I
yeah,
know the
that's
song.
fair. Because I know that my dad, I don't think he was that big of a Black Sabbath fan, because my dad was born in 1952,
Right.
so obviously he was the prime generation for like Led Zeppelin,
Mm-hmm.
for them, and the Rolling Stones, all psychedelic too. So just, well, the
Mm-hmm.
70s in general was all, there's a lot of psychedelic shit.
Everybody
Yeah,
was
there's a lot of
fucking
psychedelic music,
rolling.
like all the psychedelic rock, and just that generation of rock music. That's what my
Yeah.
dad grew up with. So I just naturally listened to all like this, like I heard him play Paranoid on through his phone, and like playing like War Pigs and But yeah, he wasn't really that big of a Black Sabbath fan at all. Like that was pretty rare that I see that on his playlist. But
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones, he was a big fan of. He has so many fucking records. He's collected so many.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I like them so much, and it makes sense for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, well that's the thing is like my dad was born in 79. So he's more of like an 80s kind of guy, but he does like a lot of the more psychedelic stuff, like Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, stuff like that. My grandparents really like Pink Floyd and like all that because they were born in the 60s.
Yeah.
So
and I feel like all the like 70s rock, I feel like it has like a unique effect where like rock and metal artists nowadays don't have as much of like a like they're not as like they're not like um I don't know, they're not I'm not saying they're not like important or they're not good, but I feel like just the artists from like the 70s have a lot of power. Like they just really defined it. So
yeah.
like
Well,
everyone likes, the 70s rock if you're into rock.
Well, I think part of that too
So-
is like one, those guys were like pioneering a lot of this stuff.
exactly.
But with people now like not being like necessarily like and it could also be too that like we're not at the age where we have kids
Yeah.
yet that are old enough to
That's
appreciate this
true.
stuff
That's
because
true.
that's the thing too with these older bands. It's like our parents and our grandparents were like, yeah, this is good music, so we grew up understanding that, but we don't have children yet to kind of
Yeah.
absorb that. But also
That's true.
too, it's not as easy to categorize musicians nowadays,
Yeah,
like
it is.
I feel like genres blend so much, just like us mentioning our love for metal, and we said there's like 30,000 different genres for metal, like Sleep Token, like I know I talk about them a lot, but they are they are very like, you listen to one of their albums and there's not two songs that are exactly the same. Like you'll jump from a really like slow melodic song and then jump into something that's like hardcore
Hard
metal.
Yeah.
And then it'll jump into something that's more like hip hop mixed with metal, mixed with more of like a pop sound. Like musicians nowadays are so like they're in certain categories, but they're still hard to fully categorize.
Yeah.
Whereas people like Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, even like bands with like Joan Jett, Heart, they have their set genres. You got psychedelic rock, you've got regular rock, basically.
Well, that would be like more of like the folk rock, like like Heart, Fleetwood Mac, all them. Like bands like that would be more in the like folk and in the folk area. But
like they're just easier to categorize than musicians now.
Yeah, and also because it's just been so far in the past now. I say far, but you know what I mean. It's had enough time to like sit, and I guess what I mean to say is that they're kind of like a legends in their own fields because they pioneered it, which you can compare to like in the 90s with popular rap music and R&B. It was pioneered during the 90s. Like obviously there was musicians that had led up to it in the 80s, but in the 90s
influential
is when
and stuff.
there's the legends, like Tupac, Snoop Dogg, all
B.I.G.
all the people right there, Ice Cube, all of them, they kind of pioneered it. So now we look back and they're like, oh, they're the they're the pioneers, they're the legends of that genre.
Exactly. Like that's how you become a legend, is you become a pioneer,
Yeah.
But it's also too like, good segue.
Well, hold
like
on. I'm not done Black Sabbath yet.
I know, but I'm still saying, like, since we have him in the conversation, Hozier, I think, is starting to reach that level in a way,
in
like
the past year, because
he's really become very influential
in the past year. For sure.
Well, that's the thing, is he's influencing people like Post Malone and Noah Khan, like two very big artists
Two very
right
different
now.
artists too.
And they're both being influenced by this one guy from Ireland, you know? So.
Yeah, but well, I mean, he's been popular since like 2014 when "Take Me to Church" came
Right.
out. So I
But
feel
now
like
he's
he's been
becoming, like,
slowly
really.
creeping, but now with like
Yeah.
TikTok and things like that,
All
especially with
that.
TikTok, it's
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
blowing up.
absolutely.
But yeah, and I feel like, so I feel like Black Sabbath has definitely stood the test of time for sure. And
Yeah.
I've listened to most of their albums. I think there's maybe like a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 I haven't fully listened to yet towards their
Okay.
newer, towards the 80s and 90s. But
Mm-hmm.
most of their albums in the 70s I've listened to. But yeah, I feel like Black Sabbath, I like them so much because, you know, I like the band Ghost. And Ghost
Yeah.
has you can hear a lot of similarity, especially in
Oh,
their first
yeah.
album, the Black Sabbath album. There's a couple songs in there that, you know, I'm hearing them and I see why Ghost has them as their
Mm-hmm.
inspiration, and Ghost would be like a, you know, our generation's version. You know, I think they
Of
formed in
that,
like
yeah.
2009. How they're still taking inspiration from like Black Sabbath and other metal bands, and well, metal bands, you know, because around Black Sabbath time there really wasn't metal yet. They were just hard rock. They were starting to push the actual, you know, boundaries of music because they are
Yeah.
dark. Ours,
They're definitely pushing the envelope, especially around the time, because that's around the time that the Satanic Panic was starting
yeah,
to
and that
come
well,
around.
I think Satanic Panic was more in like in the 80s, right?
I mean, that Paranoid album, it came out in 70, at the end of 70. And even
No.
then, like, people were very,
No.
yes, it did. It came out in September of 1970.
Yeah, that's not the
That's
end
the
of
end
1970.
It's close to the end.
Yeah, I thought you meant like 1979. Like, yeah.
No, like, that's
1970.
close to 70 or 71, you know?
Yeah, I'm just but anyways,
So it's
yeah.
like, but anyway, yeah, no, they were pushing the envelope because back in that time, you know, people were still pretty heavily religious.
Yeah, and it's
And,
because
know.
they actually mentioned the devil and demon
Right.
and like
Well,
hell.
if you look at their like symbology and stuff, even, you know, like the upside down crosses and stuff.
Did you just say symbology?
Yeah.
It's symbolism. It is not symbology, brother.
Blood
what?
has never heard the word symbology before.
That symbology is
never
not a
heard.
word. That is not a word.
Google it. Google it, dumbass.
That is not.
Google it. Google it. Blood does not know words.
It's upside. It's W for wumbo. That's literally sound like what you're fucking telling me. It's telling me.
I'm Googling it.
What the
Googling
fuck
it.
Did you say?
The study or use of symbols or symbols collectively. The use of religious symbology.
That's fucking stupid. Who the fuck
Google
came
it.
up with that word?
Google
no,
it.
I
Point,
see it now.
Point for Jay. Point for Jay. Jay wins.
Jay does not win.
Jay wins. Anyway, blood does not know words. Go back into what you were saying, dumbass.
Wumbo. It literally sounds
Anyway.
like fucking SpongeBob. I don't even know what I was fucking saying because you interrupted me.
Bitch, you want to talk about interrupting?
I don't even know. I really don't know what I was gonna say. Anyways, fucking, you know. I don't know now. I can't think of what I was gonna say. Because you were talking about oh yeah, you were talking about the symbolism because, you know, they're starting to get into more like, you know, darker themes. But yeah, you know, I know the Beatles, you know, Helter Skelter, that song in the 60s, that kind of pushed it because it was, you know, fast and hard, and people were like playing it backwards, thinking that it was the devil talking through the music, whatever.
Yeah.
Because of the Charles Manson like cult shit. That's
right.
That's why that happened. But anyways, you know, like Black Sabbath, I feel like in their album, you know, their first album, the Black Sabbath album, they mention the devil from the Bible.
From the Bible.
Yeah, they mention, you know, hell, devil, demon. You know, they mention all those words, so they definitely really push the envelope. You know?
Oh yeah, heavy.
Yeah, so and just the way their song was made, you know, it's just very dark. So especially for that period, now people would be like, "Oh, well, Black Sabbath isn't metal," but yeah, but those actual
but
dark
back then,
themes, yeah, back then it was. So that like actual dark theme is what really developed, you know, the beginning of metal, hard rock, you know, to what we have now, you know, into the heavy metal.
Yeah.
You know, it could technically be considered classic metal because you know,
Right.
it was in that era, kind of like other bands of that time. So, yeah, I feel like it is a good album. If you want to rank it, 1 out of 10. I don't know how you rank other music, but how would you rate it on like a 1 out of 10 scale?
I think because obviously music's subjective, but in my
Yeah,
personal,
I know. This is all for you. This is all like your own
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. In my personal opinion, I would probably rank this maybe like a 6.5. In my opinion, because it's a lot of it for me was a lot of like nostalgia points.
Yeah.
You know, and given that I'm not a psychedelic rock kind of fan, it is good to an extent, you know.
And you
Like
can
if I heard
appreciate
if I heard it with a group of people and I was like having a good time, like yeah, I'd probably enjoy it. But it's not one where I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna sit in my room and just turn on Black Sabbath while I work, you know?
Yeah,
It's not gonna
I
be one of those like I listen to music 24/7. It just wasn't it for me fully. But it was good. Like there were like I'm really interested because I had never heard like Rat Salad, Hand of Doom, Fairies Wearing Boots. Yeah, I had never heard those, and I liked them.
They're good songs
to an extent. They're good songs, yeah.
But it's just those like top 3, you know, Paranoid, Iron Man, War Pigs. Those songs are like you're gonna go to a fucking football game. You're gonna go to a hockey game.
Yeah, like those are the songs.
They're gonna be playing fucking War Pigs and Paranoid and Iron Man.
Oh
like,
my god!
Literally every hockey game I go to, you're gonna hear "I am Iron Man," and then they'll start going off, and then the fucking players will come out.
Well, it's like
you know.
Well, it's like I went to my parents' house yesterday after I like had finished listening to the album, writing my reviews and whatever. And I was talking to my dad about it. And then it was me and my boyfriend and my dad, and we were all there. And at random time, we all just kept singing War Pigs. Because it's just like that beginning part where it's just like the generals gathered and their masses.
Such an iconic part.
Like
and
it's
used
so
in trailers.
good.
It's used in so much media. It's just so important. Like I don't know. It's just such a big thing. And
it's
also
very influential.
Iron Man, the song, plays in the ending of Endgame for the Marvel movie. So I feel like everyone knows it, and everyone knows Tony Stark from Marvel, Iron Man. So I feel like that song has like kind of had like a resurgence because it fits the character and just the story.
I mean, even when we were kids,
it's perfect
like,
to use. I don't know if you've seen Endgame, but like
I have not.
He fucking is this a spoiler? I mean, it's been out for a couple years.
It came out like 6 years ago.
Spoiler if you haven't seen Marvel Endgame. It's the second part in the fucking Infinity Saga, whatever. But anyways, the man, Tony gets his little fucking glove, and he's about to like snap his fingers with his glove. And Thanos doesn't see that he has it. He fucking snaps his finger. Or like right before he snaps his finger, he's like, I am Iron Man. And then the fucking... And that like specific part of the song in Iron Man, like right in the beginning, where it's like, "Beow, beow," and it like holds the note for a while.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a synth in that song in Iron Man. So yeah, I just love the way they use their instruments and everything.
Yeah.
And I just love how creative they are. I feel like they're kind of weird. Like there's a couple songs like Hand of Doom is about injecting heroin,
right?
Like blatantly, it's literally about stick the needle in your arm. It's literally like a line of the song. So I don't blame it. Yeah. And Fairies Wear Boots. I just like the vibe of the song. It's kind of
well, he literally like wrote that song about him tripping.
Yeah, and it literally which is it's Ozzy Osbourne,
right?
All the Black Sabbath and all of his own career, he's tripping. Someone been in my room stealing my beers
from my room. I don't think so, darling. You're the beer thief.
Everyone,
I love it.
You have to love Ozzy Osbourne.
You have to love Ozzy.
Sharon!
Like, yeah, he's done some fucked up shit, but like
Sharon!
Sharon.
Anyways, I'm gonna rate the album, and you'll be surprised. I'm only giving this album a 7 out of 10, and
Really?
not because it's bad. It's just, well, okay, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10 because I feel like 5 is like, middle of the road, good
Yeah.
song. I like it, but I feel like this just goes up a little above 7.5 just because the songs are so influential, and it's just such an important thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very important. So
It's
I really
I get that.
it's it's formative music, but it's not my favorite Black Sabbath album. I have other Black Sabbath albums that to me are better, and are just have overall good songs. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because it is really good. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Well, the next album
Oh.
is the Hozier album, which this one's gonna take up the rest of the episode because
dude, this one
really
is
good
so
album.
good. It's so good, and I'm so glad that like this is what got you to admit that Hozier is good.
Look,
I remember months ago you would bully me relentlessly.
I said this in the first episode of our podcast, episode 1. I said the only reason I didn't like it is because you didn't like it, and I wanted to bully you. That was it.
Fair enough.
Anyways, so we're gonna do this the same way again. Do you want me to guess your top 3 favorites first?
Yes.
All right, let me pull it up real quick just to make sure I got it right. Okay, so, and this isn't in any order. I'm just spitting them out because I don't really know. Okay, so I think your top 3 are in the Hozier album. Just to be clear, we're on the Hozier album now. The Unreal Unearth, Unheard is what it says, right?
Well, that's the new one that just came out last week, yeah, but
oh, okay,
so because it adds in the new EP, so
oh, okay, so really this album is just Unreal Unearth. Okay,
yeah,
so I'm saying one of your favorites is, oh fuck, we didn't talk about our least favorite from Black Sabbath.
No, we did, because you said Planet Caravan,
you did?
and
Okay.
I said I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so it's back to Hozier. I feel like one of your favorites is To Someone from a Warm Climate.
Okay.
Okay, this one's a little bit harder because this has 16 songs. Black Sabbath had 8.
Right.
And so yeah, we're probably not gonna get them as right as we think we are. But
right.
Anyways, yes, I'm getting. So first one is To Someone from a Warm Climate, and I Carry On. Carry On.
Okay.
Whatever.
I Carry On.
Carry On. Yeah. And I'm gonna say that your third favorite. Honestly, this is just a guess, because I honestly think a lot of them are good, but I'm saying Unknown/Nth.
Okay.
And all right.
Okay.
And then you guess my top 3. I know this one's gonna be hard for you.
Do you want me to confirm which ones you got right first, or just
actually do that
Okay.
because there's so many songs. I don't want us to get confused. So yeah.
So okay. So you were right on I Carrion.
Really? Okay.
And To Someone from a Warm Climate.
Fuck yeah, 2 out of 3.
Which is funny because I've listened to this album a few times, but
Yeah.
I haven't been able to like fully digest it because I mostly listen to it at work, so I'm like zoned out. Half the time it's just background noise. So I didn't like fully listen to Someone from a Warm Climate until pretty recently. So it quickly like shot up into my top 3. But the one that you did not get correct, I say that loosely though, and I'll explain why.
That's the Unknown.
Yes. Right. It's actually my number 1 song from that album is Abstract/Psychopomp.
Really?
Yes. It's a very personal song to me. First and foremost. I've done, if anyone doesn't know, music's kind of a big thing for me. Like I've literally spent my entire life being professionally classically trained in music.
Bitch is a geek for sound. I'm just kidding.
Shut up. So I've done a lot of like dissections and analysis of these songs, and Abstract is like a very influential song for me.
Okay.
It has a lot of personal meaning. So
Yeah. Do you want to go over that personal meaning, or do you want me to? You want to guess mine now?
I'll guess yours, and then we can talk about that
Okay,
later if we
okay.
have time. So, I
put my list.
I thought that your
Okay.
top 3 would be Damage Gets Done,
Okay.
Abstract,
Wow.
and First Light.
Wow. You got them all wrong.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you got them all wrong.
Oh, wow. I really thought you'd like Damage Gets Done because it has...
No, I love Damage Gets Done because it has Brandy Carlisle in it. And
Yeah.
that is, I love Brandy Carlisle. She's my sister Maggie's. Like, she fucking loves Brandy Carlisle. So I like a lot of Brandy Carlisle's music.
Mhm.
But that wasn't my favorite. But you have to understand, I had like 7 on my list, almost 8.
Yeah, well,
that
that's...
I had to whittle down. And
Yeah.
and so what were the other ones you said? You said
Abstract and First Light.
yeah. So the only ones you got right out of my like top 7 were
Yeah.
First Light and Damage Done. Those were my top 7.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but my top 3 actually were a DeSelby Part 2,
Oh, really?
Son of Nyx,
Oh. See, I thought
And-
that. That was
and
also one that I
Icarian.
thought.
and then
Okay.
First
Okay.
Light is number 4. So
Okay.
that would have been really close. But yeah.
See, I was going back and forth between like Son of Nyx was one of them that I was like, maybe you might, but I decided against it. See,
Yeah.
I need to trust my gut with stuff like that.
And Son of Nyx, it was really hard to really put it on there, but the reason I like it so much is that it sounds like Star Wars. And I know
Yeah.
that's weird, but like especially when it cuts at a 1 minute and 19 seconds, it sounds
Mhm.
like a mixture of the Star Wars soundtrack. Specifically it reminds me of Obi-Wan, it reminds me of I don't know, it just reminds me of something mystical, but it also reminds me of the Studio Ghibli movie, my favorite movie, Princess Mononoke. It reminds me of that soundtrack. And I don't know, I just heard it and like I was like looking at my phone, I like perked up and I was like, wow, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm-
Like it just really caught me off guard. And I know it's an
Yeah.
instrumental. His voice kind of plays here and there in like a loose way, but
Yeah.
it's really mainly just an instrumental. Really
I'm-
good song.
I'm gonna be honest. DeSelby and Son of Nyx are 2 of my like more like least favorites on the album.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
But
your
I
least
love-
favorite for this one?
Oh, yeah, and I knew I was gonna I knew it was gonna happen. My
Oh,
least
no.
favorite was
Is it Abstract?
No, my least favorite was To Someone from a Warm Climate.
Really?
Yep, that was my least favorite.
That's crazy because like that song, like so many of these songs like relate to me personally, honestly.
Yeah. No,
And
no,
I just
I listened to that song and I heard like, it's kind of sad. So
yeah,
I
Well-
could see you relating to a couple of those things. Yeah, for sure.
I think so. I think you could definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would
We all
you
know
would definitely. I think you know why.
Blue
But-
hair, pronouns, therapy, all, the whole
Shut
works.
up.
You know what I mean? If you, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna say that.
I don't even have blue hair anymore.
I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say something mean, and I like, not to you, but to other people.
You're always mean.
If you got blue hair and pronouns and mental health issues,
Shut up.
you're probably one of my friends, honestly.
I hate people with mental illness and pronouns and blue hair.
Me.
I
Me.
work at the bank.
Oh,
I hate people who work
work
at the bank.
bank.
I work at the bank.
No, that's literally me. Gay people. You're one of them gays. Me. All my friends are gay.
Literally all your
Literally
gays.
most
All
of my
of your
friends are
gays?
gay. Literally all of my friends are gay.
Oh my
Me.
god.
You're one of them gays. All my friends are gay.
You're one of them gays.
You know, so-
Literally, you're questionable sometimes. So.
What do you mean?
Anyway, back to Hozier.
You mean to tell me you don't look at a man with a fat ass and go, "Oh, baby."
Dude.
No,
Dude.
no. Just try to not get sidetracked. Anyways, hold on.
Speaking of gays, back to Hozier.
Wow. Beautiful.
The girls and the
Anyways.
gays love Hozier.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But hold on. Do you know why I like DeSelby?
No, I would like to hear why you like that, actually.
It's groovy, man. It's fucking
Fair,
groovy.
fair.
It's got I love the guitar, and it was just one of the first ones I heard. So maybe I'm a little biased just because I only listened to the album twice. So maybe if I re-listened to it a couple times, I'd take it off. But that was the first. I liked how groovy it was. I liked the beat of it. And, and just I don't know. It's a really good song. I wish I had a deeper analysis, but I'm trying to remember the instruments I heard.
Right.
I don't know. It's just groovy, man. That's why I liked it.
That's fair.
And
That's kind of what I assumed is like you'd like the ones with the instrumentals, because for me, I know for you like instrumentals a big thing.
Yeah.
But for me, lyric are a big thing. Like lyricism is a big thing for me.
Hold on. So yeah, I literally wrote a note on my phone, and I said, Hozier, Black Sabbath.
Hover.
Hover. Okay. No, here's exactly what I wrote. Jay won't
Jeez,
like.
you're having a hard time.
Jay won't like the same songs as me on the Hozier album because Jay prefers lyricism, and I prefer vibe and music, like the actual, the instrumental.
See, so we know each other pretty well.
Yeah, so I kind of just go off of the like feeling and like the energy of the song. You know what I mean? And I'm very bass heavy, so if it has like drums, if it's got like a good beat to it, I'm gonna like it. So
well, that's how I am with like my metal music. Like if they have really punchy drums, then I'm like, fuck yeah, I love this song.
And I just love DeSelby the way it flows, and then I carry on. That song also has like a good sound to it, but it's also just a really pretty song. Like it was like. And, like, the minute I saw the title, I was like, I'm going to like that song. I already know it.
Here's the thing, too, because, again, music analysis is a big thing, and he has very big, like, symbology in his songs.
Brother, please say symbolism. Symbolism. I can't speak today. Symbolism is what it is. Symbology would be like the study of it. This man,
no, not necessarily.
This man does not have a degree.
I read you the definition of.
Does
symbology.
This man have a degree? Does Hozier have a degree?
Probably. I wouldn't even care. Anyway, so there's a lot of symbolism in his music.
I wouldn't even care. Okay.
There's a lot of symbolism in his music, and my spirit animal is a raven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason why I was kind of drawn to abstract too, because ravens are known as like a very big like psychopomp, like symbol,
Can you inform me what psychopomp means?
So let me pull up the definition so I'm not spreading misinformation. But it's basically like
you're telling me a psychopomp.
Okay.
This?
Okay. You're telling me a psychopomp. So a psychopomp is from Greek mythology, and it is a guide of souls to the place of the dead. So a psychopomp is literally the spiritual guide of a living person's soul, and ravens are psychopomps.
He has a lot of Celtic, I don't know. He has a lot of like spiritual.
He is
Irish, yeah. But like a lot of like spiritual Celtic, like I don't know. He kind of so I was right. He does remind me of fucking Ghost a lot.
Yeah,
he reminds me of the band Ghost because. Just the mythology, the symbolism reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah.
Hozier's music is honestly kind of dark.
It is.
A lot of it is. Yeah.
But
that's
album. The thing. That's the thing is like I was drawn to abstract by that because of ravens being psychopomps and because Icarian, it's literally like. He has it written. Hold on, let me pull it up just so I can like be super specific. Icarian is literally it's Acheron because of Icarus, flying
Icarus?
too close. Yeah, that's what I said. Icarus.
You said Icarus. Is this man aching?
It's basically the same thing. Anyway,
this man is not aching. This man is not aching. He's burning. He's burning alive.
Right. Well, that's kind of achy.
Screaming in agony is much different than like, oh, I got some aches.
Well,
you make me want to scream in agony.
It's all
make my
shut
brain
up.
want to fucking explode.
Shut up. But it's also carrion, and ravens eat primarily a diet of carrion, which is deceased, decaying animals.
Okay.
And so I have this very long analysis of this song, but I'm really glad that it's one of your favorites though, because it is one that
Okay,
I love talking
I'm
about.
gonna preface this like at first I took it off, and
Right.
and in place I had Francesca.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
I
So
like that one
I actually
too.
had Francesca in place, and another one I really loved is First Light. Like First Light
Yeah.
is really far up there. Like I really like First Light.
I do too. That's another one of my like top like 10.
And of course, Damage Gets Done. I really like that
Mhm.
song because I just love Brandy Carlisle. So and that's part of the reason I didn't pick it. I felt like I was a little biased just because I like
Yeah.
her so much. But like the song wasn't my favorite on the album, so I kind of like dropped it on purpose.
Okay.
But yeah, and First Time isn't bad either. But yeah, I really like Francesca. That's a good song too.
That one is really
It
good.
was really close up there too, and that's what I'm saying. This album had so many. The Unreal Unearth album had so many good songs. I
So
would
many
recommend
good
it to
songs.
anyone, especially if you're like me and haven't gotten into Hozier, or if you just overlooked it and are a Hozier fan. It's so good.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like, genuinely,
it's definitely
This
yeah.
might like I need a couple more listens to it to like really feel if I like all the songs, like how much I really like them. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
up there for me. It made its way up there
very
fast.
very good. Like it's a very very influential and very like I feel like there's at least one song in there for everyone. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
Like
and
there's something in there
sorry.
for everybody, you know?
Oh yeah, there definitely is, and I know, and I realized one popular song on there. I forgot it was a popular song. Is "Eat Your Young."
Yeah,
That's a really
I
popular
forget
song.
about that one
It's
all
a
the
it's
time
a it's
because
a
that's
song
like the
on
first
yeah
that's like the first one that we got a hint of
yeah
when the album was about to be released
oh
is Eat
really
Your Young. Yeah.
yeah, and it was really popular on TikTok.
Mhm.
I really gave you a hint. I was like, I don't know how it goes, but yeah, I didn't like that song just because I don't know. I just didn't like it.
That's fair. It's not one of my favorites either.
I guess
Honestly.
because it sounds like a corporate like song made for like commercials. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I
It-
think that's kind of the point. Like, if you, that's another thing with him is like, his lyrics
Mhm.
are um, very influential in the music and like the meaning of it. And I think part of that song is you want it to sound more
Yeah.
corporate, you know?
And there's one more song. It was Anything But. I actually liked that song a good bit too. It wasn't bad.
I don't honestly, I think I skipped that one a lot,
Yeah.
honestly. But I love All Things End. I also really love.
I don't know. That song's mixed for me. I don't like listening to it, but it is good. Like I don't know.
Really?
I like listening to it, and
I love it.
yeah,
I
don't
love
know.
that song.
I liked A Butchered Tongue a lot too. That was a
Really?
really good song. Yeah. I
You
liked
liked a lot of the
lyricism on that.
ones that I usually skip.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd
But
probably
we
have
both
to go back
agree
and
on
listen
I
to it
Carry On,
again,
though.
but
We both agree on
yes.
that one.
Yes,
I'm
I Carry On
surprised you
is
didn't
so good.
like DeSelby Part 2. And honestly, I like DeSelby
Yeah.
Part 1 too, but DeSelby Part 2 is like
Yeah, I
so
don't
good.
know. I don't know. I'm just not like a huge fan of it. It's just kind of like not for me. You know? Maybe if I listen to it more, I
Yeah.
might, but I don't know.
You want to know why I liked it?
Why? Didn't we already talk about that?
No. It reminds well, yeah, we kind of did, but I remembered why
We're in
I
a
was
time
drawn
loop.
to it. I Dormammu, I've come to bargain. That's a fucking Marvel reference. I sound like I'm a fucking Marvel lover just because of this episode, but I really am not that. Like, I'm not that big of a fan.
You've referenced.
I
fucking
referenced it twice.
We
this
should
episode.
in our video we should just have like a Marvel mentioned
No, I know.
counter.
No. You know what I Carry On and Someone from a Warm Climate, Son of Nyx, let's see, Unknown, First Light.
Mm-hmm.
That is Aragorn core.
You're
is
right.
that
You're right.
literally. Elisa sent me a thing on TikTok earlier today, and it was literally Aragorn on a shirt, and above it said Hozier.
Mm,
And honestly, Aragorn is Hozier.
accurate.
I feel, yeah. So I really connected to it because I don't know. It just when I'm listening to it, I feel like I'm Aragorn. Frolicking through a forest, waiting for my immortal fucking elf wife. So I really do like that, and I like Hozier's fantasy vibe, I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely a forest creature.
Yeah, so
You know?
it makes sense why I wouldn't like Hozier,
Yeah.
Have you met my girlfriend?
Have you met my? Oh, trust me, I have.
What you mean by
What?
that? Stop hitting on my girlfriend.
Stop. No.
Anyway.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I'm looking at Hozier's Spotify rankings right now, and the newest song, "Too Sweet,"
Oh yeah, don't even get
has
started on that song. Great fucking
has
song.
it has surpassed "Take Me to Church" on his top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
"Take Me to Church" has been his number 1 song
Oh my
since
God.
2014.
Have you seen the fucking TikTok trend? I don't know if it's a trend.
Oh.
Where it's fucking like women pouring like whiskey in a glass.
Whiskey, and then it
and then it cuts.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh my God. I love
Awooga.
beautiful women. I love women.
Literally us. Awooga.
Oh, yeah.
We
like,
need a fucking
wow.
awooga soundboard noise.
You're so right.
I'm gonna find one. When I edit this.
Women are just ethereal.
Awooga. Yeah, for real.
Anyway,
For-
so yeah, this album is very it's just good. Like it
Yeah.
is so
A lot of
good.
good songs. And
Like it's probably one of my comfort albums, honestly, at this point.
no, yeah, I really like the album.
Yeah, it's very comforting, and I found it's funny because this album came out in a very tumultuous time in my personal life. So I
did.
think that's another reason why I gravitate towards it so much, because there's so many songs that relate to the exact situation I was going through,
Yeah. And like 16 songs, like long songs.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like albums nowadays they have pretty short songs. There's
Pretty,
not that many
yeah.
of them, but like Jesus, I mean these are
But
all
Hozier
these are all
is,
like at
like-
least 3 to 4 minute songs. Like a
Yeah.
couple of them getting up to 5 or 6, but
Mhm.
really
Like
good
it's
album.
wild.
Yeah.
Just
That's
yeah.
a lot. An hour and 2 minutes. That's a
Yeah,
there are
first-
long albums, but
First Light even is almost 5 minutes. It's 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
okay. So maybe nothing reaches 6 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's the
longest.
longest one, it looks
Okay.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like, pretty long songs.
Do you know why I like the Francesca song?
I don't know. I feel like it's the vibe. I feel like you like it for the vibe.
I'm reading the lyrics. I'm trying to figure out why I like it.
Until put me back in it.
Trying to remember. Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
I
would do
I
it
like-
again.
like repetition in songs. I don't know if you've noticed
yeah.
that. I
yeah,
love
I
repetition.
definitely have. Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. I don't know.
I mean, it's a good song. That, like I said, that's another
and
one
the-
of my
and the reason
favorites
I
too.
Didn't really put it up there. Is like I couldn't really relate to it. It's a pretty sad song. Heaven is not fit to house of love like you and I.
I wouldn't say that it's sad.
I mean,
like
isn't it not
it's-
implying that she passed?
No, it's saying their love is so okay. My turn. It's saying their love is so great. Like their love is bigger than heaven itself. Like
Okay.
heaven is not big enough to house a love like theirs.
Okay. Yeah. And
That's what it is.
how could you think, darling, I'd scare so easily? Now
Yeah.
that it's done. Okay. How could I
Yeah.
fear any hurricane if someone asked me at the end? I'd do it again.
I tell them put me back in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd do it. I would do it again. Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's implying that their relationship's over, though. In
That's
a
a
way.
lot of Hozier songs though, especially on this album.
Man's kind of depressed.
Yeah, you read his lyrics and it's like shit. A lot of this is
For
very...
getting bitches. This
A
man
lot
is
of this is very
man
depressing.
is just sad. Just sad.
Yeah.
So
Well, even if you listen to someone from a warm climate, Icarian, Abstract, Unknown, those are all
Unknown
very
is really sad
sad
too.
songs.
That's
Those
why
are
I didn't.
very
Yeah,
sad
unknown,
songs.
unknown slash Nth was on there, but on my favorites,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't that good to me.
Well, that's like going back to Icarian with my analysis of it. It's basically like talking about how a person's not appreciating their partner and their partner is holding up the weight. He literally even says like,
Yeah.
once I wondered what was carrot holding up the ground. Now I see that all along, love, it was you all the way down. But he's still floating above. Like it's that kind of
For
thing
which
of
song are you
like
talking about?
Icarian.
What? I thought. Apparently, I just don't. Look, I really don't listen to like.
You don't pay
no,
attention to lyrics.
No, I do, but like I'm so simple. Like I don't
Right.
know. Like I'm a big Paramore fan, and
Yeah.
and their music is like. It's not like there's definitely heavy themes in there, but it's more of like
It's
meant to be
not super-
catchy and singable.
It's not super deep.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. The lyrics are deep, but it's like repetitive,
Right.
And there's a I don't know. Maybe I just like fucking Paramore. I don't know how to
Maybe.
describe it, but
well,
you know what I mean.
I understand what you're saying. Like with Hozier, it's definitely like you have to like sit down
You
and
have
like
to like,
really
listen.
digest it.
Yeah.
Which is
Well-
what I do. That's what I enjoy with my musicians. You have to sit down and really dissect what they're saying. But then there's like Black Sabbath where it's heavy themes, but you can kind of pick it up pretty easily.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like Black Sabbath. I feel like that's something they both share is that they're both very hard to like dive into, because the thing with Black Sabbath is that they don't have a lot of lyrics in their songs. Specifically in the Paranoid album, there's not a lot of lyrics. You'll have like a 7-minute song, and there's not even like a page of lyrics.
Maybe like 2 minutes of it is words.
Yeah, and it's just but there is a lot of themes in there, and I feel like his music but their music is just much different type of analysis. And I feel like theirs is very abstract, like and kind of similar to Hozier. How like you kind of got to sit there and think about it. Like it might take a couple listens before you're like really understanding.
You really
what
click
they're
it.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that reflects a lot of the music that you like. But for me, it's more like I like statements. I like it. I don't want to say I like it simple. It makes me sound stupid, but I do like music that has a lot of meaning and depth to it.
I think it's mostly just like I'm a lot more introspective when it comes to music.
And for me, I'm like when I go to listen to music, I'm trying to sing along, and I'm trying to.
You just want to have like a good time,
and I want to feel but like I like metal, I like dark music, so it's not like, but I like the darker themes and
right. But like what I'm saying is like there's a difference between like I literally spent my entire life studying, like dedicating my life to music theory and like analysis of stuff like that.
Yeah, so basically it
whereas,
comes down to sound and lyric.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
difference.
Exactly. It's just, do you like just hearing like the cool music, or do you really want to sit down and dissect what they're saying?
And like, and part of it is like if the actual singer just sounds good, it doesn't matter to me what they're saying. Obviously, if it's not like I'm gonna kill kids, something
right?
Like
if it's a bad
even
message,
then,
like...
even then, you can't tell me you haven't seen a child and been like, you know what? I'm gonna stop them. I can't stop them. I'll fucking run them over. I can't stop I can't stop a child. Can't stand.
Okay.
What? You can't.
I had no idea where you were going with that.
No, what do you mean? I was just
because you just go, have you ever seen a child and thought, and I'm like, no.
No, you just want to punt them or fucking send them to the next dimension.
Okay.
I mean,
Violence.
You have to think about it from fucking my perspective.
My kids are not gonna come and see Uncle Christian.
No, you have to think about it from fucking my perspective. Every time I go out in public, kids fucking
stare at you like
Transformer. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I really like if actual kids come up to me and ask me questions about why I'm in a wheelchair, I'll give them a simple answer and I'll be super sweet.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I'm just fucking around. What the fuck are we
Tangent.
talking about?
Hozier and Black Sabbath.
Well, obviously. You big bitch. I
Shut the
don't
fuck up.
remember the topic before that. This is just our whole podcast, not remembering what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. We have ADHD. It's common.
Anyways.
What would you rank?
What's your album?
Unreal Unearth. Yeah.
Unreal Unearth. Let's see. Hard.
I know. It is very hard.
Because I'm just not the biggest Hozier fan in general. Obviously, I just started listening to him.
Right.
Or just this type of music is more rare for me. You know what I mean? It is definitely more rare. But the songs I do like, I really like. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, so like you and I are very similar with like you really love the Black Sabbath stuff, but it's not something I really listen to.
Yeah.
But then it's the same for you with Hozier. You don't listen to it very often, but I love it. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. I've never listened to Hozier before this, so
Yeah.
besides his popular songs and Too Sweet blew up on TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say like a 7 from my personal opinion.
Okay.
But like craftsmanship wise, I mean, it could be an 8 or a 9. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. I would need more time to listen to it, which I
Yeah.
haven't. I listened to it twice, but basically, it's just not my type of music. So like, kind of like how you said, I'm not gonna get home and be like, brother, I'm gonna put on some Hozie. Kind of like how you were like, brother, I'm not gonna go home and put on some fucking Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the best way to describe it. But the songs that like I added to my phone that I really enjoyed and liked, like those will, like, I love those songs. Like
Yeah.
I really like those songs. So
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I'm only giving it a 7, just for that reason, basically. So
That's-
it's very similar to your opinion.
Yeah, that's very fair. For me, I definitely would give this album like at least an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
Honestly, because
That's what I thought you would give it. Yeah.
I think, and I obviously I'm a little biased because I genuinely love it, but there's a reason,
Oh yeah,
'Cause-
it's definitely good.
because I think it's very musically,
Pleasing. I don't know.
yes, yeah, it's very musically like pleasing to listen to, just to like have his background music, but also there's so much to dissect, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many deep themes and stuff like that. I just think it's very expertly done, and I think Hozier is definitely a pioneer.
He is. Yeah, he's definitely like a legend of our generation for sure.
Yeah.
And he definitely will go down as a legend in our generation.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's extremely influential, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and I feel like he's just very popular. I'm always seeing stuff about him.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very defined fan base. So yeah, I feel like his music will definitely keep getting more popular. And
For sure.
and yeah, and I just feel like the difference between his music and a lot of artists is just this shit feels like crafted. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
took, like, there was a lot of time put into it, a lot of
Oh,
effort.
there was.
And I would recommend to anyone to listen to Hozier, or well, at least the Unreal Unearth album. It's a really good album.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy too because Unreal Unearth was his first album since 2019.
Really? So it's
Yeah.
it's been like 4 years then.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for a long time.
So yeah, definitely a really good album. I don't really have any more comments on it besides just, yeah, like I was saying, it's very well made,
Mhm.
and every song is very unique. Like he obviously has a similar sound, but I feel like there's just so much in this album.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole hour, and there's 16 songs. You don't really see that common nowadays. So yeah, just he like I understand it now. Like before, I really didn't understand the hype around Hozier. I thought it was a little overrated, but no, like Hozier is good. Like
It's
Hozier is
incredible.
deserving of all the rewards, all the love that he gets. He's great, absolutely great.
Yeah.
There was one
So.
song that had like a choir in the background. Do you remember what song that was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
It wasn't Psycho. It was towards the end. It had,
Oh,
like, a
First
full
Light.
choir. Was it?
That was First Light, yeah. Where it's like the whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I feel like there was like other
It's-
voices. Like it wasn't him. It was like a full choir.
Oh,
Was that
no. All Things End.
Yeah, I
All
liked
Things
that.
End.
And
Yeah.
I loved Butchered Tongue. I already said that, but that was
Yeah.
one that was like close. Like it was up there. And
Yeah,
that's why
it's
this was
just-
so hard. I literally had like 7 to 8 songs that I had to whittle down, and I was like, I like all of
Right.
these. Like genuinely, I like all of these. And I added multiple songs to my phone from this album.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
They're just all so good.
good shit, brother. Good album.
Good shit, brother.
And I don't know. Are we gonna like? So I guess we can decide who the winner is, because like I guess I think, you know what's funny? I think that I technically won the guessing game because I went.
You think so?
Well,
No, because we both guessed two.
Yeah, because it was 2 and 1. Yeah, but you didn't get any right from
That's
from
true.
mine. So
That's
I'm gonna
true.
say, brother, I won the album battle. Fuck
Oh,
you.
man.
But honestly, Hozier won.
Hozier won.
Yo,
Yeah,
Hozier won here.
he won.
And not because Black Sabbath's bad or anything. It's just
It's just
I'm like-
Hozier is a different level.
I'm well, Black Sabbath's
Well,
a different level. You
you
big
know.
bitch. I just mean
Shut the fuck up. That's not what I mean.
I just mean I'm like genuinely impressed. Like I
Yeah.
haven't been impressed with an artist like recently in a long time. That
Mhm.
especially something I haven't really connected with, like really been interested in. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
very impressed. So yeah,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna say really good episode talking about this. And yeah, maybe we'll make this like its own thing instead of the podcast, because I don't know.
That'd be cool,
I
yeah.
honestly don't know who's gonna want to listen to this, because like you'd have to have listened to the albums before. I feel like this was definitely for us.
This is just a fun episode that I think some
Yeah.
people would be interested in.
Yeah, obviously.
Let us know. Let us know, guys.
Yeah,
Let us know if
obviously-
you guys like this.
I want to make it clickbaity as shit, and I'd be like, Hozier, oh my god.
Fucking Hozier is better than Black Sabbath?
Oh my god. Hozier? Better than Black Sabbath? And then we're gonna get, you fucking liberal, take that
We're gonna
shit
get all
back right now.
we're gonna get all the fucking metal heads.
I
Like, being
listened,
like, no.
I listened to Black Sabbath when I was 3 years old in my pappy's tummy. 3 years old in my pappy's tummy. That's 3 years old. That means you've already been born in your grandfather's stomach. Listening to Hozier. What the fuck did I just say? That's what happens when you're
when you chew
when-
5 gum.
when we recorded so fucking late.
Fucking
And it's
almost
already
7
fucking
o'clock at
7
night.
o'clock at night. It's time.
Oh my god.
I've had enough of you today. Calling it quits.
And tomorrow's Easter. Happy Easter to all who celebrate tomorrow.
Well, when it comes out for people.
When it
won't
comes
be.
out, it'll be like 2 weeks after Easter.
Well,
but-
we're recording this on 3/30/2024. So
Why'd
March
you
30th,
say it like that?
Saturday. I don't know. But anyways,
Anyway,
um,
yeah. Thanks for listening. This has been the Produce Aisle.
maybe we'll get some gays on this episode, because
Oh, I hope
Hozier?
so. We already have gays on here when our friends listen.
yeah, because
Because
Yeah, yeah.
that's all we're friends with.
you're the fruit,
And you're the veggie.
because you're gay, and
And
I'm
you are.
say it. I said for you.
No.
Uh,
Because people are going to get real
call
mad
me
about it if I
Call
say
me
it.
the C word.
No!
Call me disabled. Jesus.
Yeah, but I feel like people would get mad at me if I said
Brother.
that.
You sound like the fucking parents that see me with their kid in the fucking grocery store, and they're like, "Don't talk to him. It's rude." Like, brother,
Don't
I am
talk
a
to
human.
Don't talk to him because he sucks.
Say it. Say it.
You're disabled.
Hell yeah. You're
Okay,
mentally disabled, so I don't want to hear it.
yeah, I'm real fucked up.
Oh yeah, and the Baltimore Bridge fucking collapsed. The fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Because of a fucking got bumped into.
It was terrible,
it's not.
actually.
It's not funny. I don't know.
The way
much
he
about
brought it up was funny, but like it was terrible, and my
Yeah.
condolences go out to the families of
Yeah.
the men that were on the
It's
bridge.
just a crazy incident. Like
I'm terrified of those kinds of
I know
bridges
you
anyway.
were already scared of bridges. So now you're
Literally
just,
the week before this happened, I literally was telling you about how scared I am of bridges like that because
Yeah.
there's ones that go into Kentucky from Ohio.
this was like a
And
freak incident, though.
It's terrifying. No, because I had literally read last week about the one in Florida back in like the 70s or 80s that collapsed because of the same thing.
Yeah. I actually have an
So,
online
no.
friend that lives near Baltimore. It's
I'm
kinda
never
crazy.
going on those bridges again.
Um,
I'll find a different way to get into Kentucky
fucking
from
swim.
now on. No, I can't swim. Anyway,
Are you serious?
neither can you.
I literally can't
anyway.
swim. I literally can't swim. You can't swim? Are you serious?
I can to survive, but
Brother,
not for
I am
recreation.
disabled and I can swim.
I don't like swimming.
Why?
I just don't. I never have. I don't like getting water on my eyes.
You're like, I don't want no water
And
up my
stuff like
hoo-ha.
What the fuck is wrong with
You
you?
know when you... Have you ever worn, like, swim shorts, or do you wear, like, a bathing suit?
I always wear just like a regular swimsuit.
Because, like, so have you ever experienced wearing, like, swim shorts and it, like, puffs up when you go underwater and it, like,
No,
looks like you're
'cause-
farting like a huge bubble?
No, because they don't make swim shorts for people with my anatomy.
What do you mean? Literally just
I
go to
don't
the
have-
fucking triple XL men's section and be like, give me what you got, brother.
Triple XL? Are you saying I'm fat?
No, you're saying I'm fat?
No. Why do you wear triple XL?
I don't. I'm kidding.
Exactly, bitch. I'd wear a medium at best.
I wear like men's like large to extra large.
I'd have to wear a
Probably
large
extra
probably
large.
because of my hips, my feminine hips.
Brother, you got soft hands, brother.
You got soft hands, brother.
All
I
right.
may be non-binary, but these hips don't lie. Thank you for listening to the produce aisle. We hope to hear from you.
You may be
next week. Let
non-binary,
us-
but you're definitely not a bitch. Wait, no, you are a bitch.
I thought you were gonna be nice to me for once.
No.
Let
you
us
are a
know in the
bitch. Goodbye.
comments if you like these kinds of episodes.
No, don't. Bye-bye.
Bruh. Bye.